how well bowled. A lot of those in the day for you. What do you make of the position that Notts are in at the end of day one?
Yeah, it was obviously a tough day in the field, long day, but we worked hard and they batted pretty well on what's a good wicket. So it's going to be important, I think, just for us to come back strong tomorrow morning and hit them hard and try and get the wickets as soon as possible. So.
How important is it psychologically when you're out in the field today to remain persistent, I suppose, and just because the overheads were well, not really there for the seamers necessarily, and it looked like a good batting pitch, just to stay positive and keep believing you could take wickets?
Definitely, you've always got to go trying to get wickets. I mean, it's an obvious sort of attacking mindset, but sometimes to do that you want to be holding the rate, which probably we didn't do through some patches of that of the day today. So I think if we can learn anything probably coming into tomorrow is we have to come and try and make it as difficult as possible for them to score, hold the rate back, and then hopefully the wickets will kind of come as a result of that pressure. So.
And let's talk through your 2 wickets today. The first one, did you realise it had bowled him at first?
No, I didn't know what was going on, to be honest. I was appealing for the LBW, and then I turned around and saw the bell was on the floor, and I don't know what happened, to be honest, but Compo said it had come off his elbow or something, off his hip, and yeah.
And are they sort of big momentum changes when you're getting them at the stroke of intervals as well? Because that one was obviously just before lunch, and the second one as well just before tea. Is that a big thing going into the dressing room after that?
I think so. I think sometimes more so as a batting side to be able to have guys that are going into the next session is a bonus. So if we can cut that back for them, we can slow them down and gives us even better chance to come back and take probably 1 or 2 quick ones at the start of the next session. So.
And that return catch to get rid of Crawley, can you even practice anything like that? It was almost instinct and it's so quick as well.
Yeah, it happens quickly, so that's all just instinctive. It went flush into the middle of the hand, which was fortunate for me, and it was nice to hold on to it.
And sort of on a more technical point of view, you've gone from playing a lot of white ball cricket over the last sort of 6 weeks or so. How do you change then back into playing red ball cricket? Is it a transition that you find quite straightforward, or are you using fewer variations? Sort of how does that work for you?
Fewer variations. I think when I'm coming into the 4-day stuff as a spinner, generally I'm trying to be fair, depending, no matter the format for me, I'm looking to come and take wickets. So that doesn't really change the mindset wise, but I use less variations in the red ball. I try and hold the stumps generally as per any format, and try and hold the rate, which builds pressure and brings wickets. So.
And there's sort of I suppose 2 schools of thought. One is that you do attack and don't worry about the run rate too much, but as a leg spinner there is the potential that you might be a little bit more expensive. How much are you looking at your economy versus your wicket taking?
Yeah, not much. I look at it up at the end of the day, sort of, or at the end of the session, and see how it's kind of moulded together, but generally I'm looking to take wickets, and if that column's going up, unless I'm getting battered around, then you've got to think of different plans, but I try and go generally by a bit of a mantra of defend in and out with the field, and then you can always attack with the ball. So, yeah.
And we've got 3 days left of cricket to play here on, as I say, a pitch that does look good for batting. We've seen quick wickets already today. How important is it you look forward to tomorrow when you do come back, that you have the belief that you can take clusters and bat well ultimately when your time comes as well? Yeah,
definitely. I mean, we've got a couple of wickets before we sort of get into their bowlers. So that's going to be an important time for us in the morning to get them as quickly as possible, get the bowlers out into the middle, and hopefully roll through the tail. So.
We had a debutant as well in Sita Fernando. What did you make of the way that he bowled and how he's fitted into the dressing room in the last sort of 48 hours as well?
Yeah, very nicely. He's a very aggressive bowler, which is nice. He's charging in every ball, and he's obviously got great skills. So yeah, it's been great to have him in the group.